to look at lesson 2, but before we do that, a little piece that I forgot to add on was about as I fill in the different boxes and things, I keep a syllable chart for myself that allows me to keep syllables that I have drilled in lessons. And so as I'm going through, if I have a blank place and I have a chance to drill that syllable, I'll make sure I put it in. This is from lesson 1 of the Kikongo. We had the vowels A, and then we had the L and the M, and we had all of these syllables that we highlighted in that lesson. All right, on to lesson 2, and hopefully you've had a chance to practice filling that in. And I'm just going to talk you through how I would fill in lesson 2. And some things you may have done differently, and that's okay. Some other things maybe you did differently, and that's not okay. So we can talk about that in our call and also on our comment section. So lesson 2, the main thing to look at is our new letter is the letter U, and that's going to drive a lot of our choices in how we choose to break things down. So we have our 2 picture words, and they have U in them because that's the new letter that we're teaching. And so once again, it doesn't really matter which picture word you put first. You can choose either one. It doesn't. So in this case, I put Lukalu, which is the train, and Luku, which is cassava. And just so we have some practice with the others, I just chose to break down the Lu here. So Lu, Lu, and we're going to put Lu here, and then the U. So we want to highlight the syllables that have that new letter in them. And then Ku. So notice I didn't have to do begins with, ends with here, because we did that in lesson 1, because that goes into our teaching pattern, which we'll talk about later on. So a Ku, Ku, and we can see the breakdown here. So once again, we repeat these words in boxes 1 and 2, and we repeat that breakdown, making sure things line up. And then U's our new letter, so we want to make sure that we use it in box 3. So we have U, Ah, and then I've used the K just because we didn't drill the K much in lesson 1. And so since we have this as one of our new syllables, be good to give the new readers some practice with the letter K. So we did those here and here. Now, if you chose the L rather than the K, that's fine too. Either one works. Then over here we have the word ku, and now here notice we're just breaking it down 2 levels, ku and u, and we don't add a 3rd level because there's nothing else to break it down to, and that's okay. And the thing I didn't really mention before is we never break it down beyond 3 levels. So here we have kula, and I chose to do the la just because we've had the ku a lot, and so just for a little change of pace and to give us some work with another vowel. Have the la and the ah here. Boxes 8 and 9, I just once again to keep it simple, our new vowel, and I used ku, and then I just revised another vowel, and this is something we just saw. Makes it easier for the new reader, la. So ku and la we know are in the story because they're in our new words. Have our story here. The team will pick the scripture reference. Now here, so we have our other new word ku, and our picture words are here, but you notice I didn't put them in the same place as we did lesson 1. We changed things up a bit. And then here, our picture word, and then our other new word, and then our other picture word. Keep things a little varied. So that's lesson 2. I hope you came close to having that. If not, we can talk a little bit more about that.